So moving on, and you touched on it just there, grants and support for businesses who have been shut. So we know some of them in the borough, Richmond Theatre, for example, but there are others, the RFU actually. The area has concerned directors across the Richmond constituency and also the population, which is a huge supporter of the culture, of arts and culture. And so, again, could we do more for this sector, or what's your view on that?
Well, I'm glad that the government did step up to the plate, as you say, with some of their grants to the cultural sector. I know the Orange Tree Theatre got a generous grant, and that's been enough for them, and for the time being.
Yes.
But for me personally, it is such an important sector. It's an absolutely strategic sector for the UK. We export probably, if you like, our cultural products around the globe more successfully almost than any other sector. And I think it's sometimes tempting, and this government in particular likes to play to its audiences in the north, likes to characterise a lot of the cultural sector as kind of like the opera houses, and it's just for the,
the ballet,
the metropolitan elite and all of this sort of stuff, and it's absolutely not that. And we have to remember that our theatres are recruiting grounds for our film actors and our television actors, and and people who start off writing plays for the theatre, then go on to create television series and films that we export all around the world. So
and they're drawn from all parts of the population, aren't they?
Absolutely, they do. And I think the important thing is in every region, we have theatres in every community in the country, and it recruits from every background, and most particularly for people who don't always succeed in the traditional academic areas, have always found plenty of opportunities to use their talents in the cultural sector. And the live event sector, as I say, and it goes across such a vast array of different skill sets. So for me personally, our cultural sector is absolutely strategic to the future, to our future economy, and that's particularly here in Richmond Park, where we have strong employment in the live event sector, but also the cultural sector more broadly. So for me, that's absolutely a sector that's got to be protected. I think it's great what the government have already done, but they've got to continue nurturing it. And I would say one of my anxieties is about the long term, because if you've got young people who are leaving school and university right now, it's a horrible, horrible time, but fewer of them are going to feel, those who are talented in music or acting or whatever, fewer of them are going to feel able to take a chance on a career in theatre or music.
That's very true.
Because they are, particularly those from lower income backgrounds, and we might potentially lose, a pipeline of talent for the future, which is so critical to maintaining our cultural sector.
And so maybe we can support those young people.
I would really hope that we can. I would really hope that we can. On the other side of that, you might say, well, because people aren't able to get jobs in other industries, they're more likely to be able to to use the time by nurturing their cultural. But I'm just the problem with this year is just that everything everywhere has been suppressed and has to be suppressed. But I really want the government to be forward thinking and to be responsive and to start planning for the future. And from my perspective, the cultural sector is absolutely central to that.